Another week passed. Qin Yufei's office has someone sending flowers every day, roses and lilies and tulips without repeating. Every time Qin Yufei let the secretary to set it up. So the whole company knows that the young lady is in love. Qin Wenyi has nothing special to say about this. Chu Zhengqing also behaves normally, even when at meeting is no longer picky about Qin Yufei's work. The rumors in the company began to turn. Perhaps Mr. Chu did not have any intention, and the young miss turned out to have another love. Friday after work, Qin Yufei is very punctual, packing things ready to go home. As soon as she looked up, she saw Chu Zhengqing standing in front of her office with a cup. Qin Yufei smiled in her heart. There is such a benefit to having the office located halfway to the pantry. Taking a cup can explain the reason for the sudden appearance. Mr. Chu wants to see me for something? She asked directly. Are you and Zhao Honghui serious? This was the first time he asked about her feelings, but the tone was normal and dignified, as if the superior cared about his subordinates. Qin Yufei smiled. Thank you for your concern, Mr. Chu. Chu Zhengqing curled his mouth. You share the same philosophy with him. At this time Qin Yufei's cell phone rang. She looked down. The name of the caller wrote Gu Yingjie. Qin Yufei pressed the sound off and looked up with another smile. Yeah. What's the philosophy? Chu Zhengqing asked again. Qin Yufei tilted her head. Mr. Chu, just say it straight. I really don't like to beat around the bush. Chu Zhengqing lowered his eyes and looked at the cup in his hand, then raised his eyes, looked at Qin Yufei, and said, Actually, you don't have to rashly decide who you're going to date in order to prove something to me. Zhao Honghui's reputation is not good. Don't treat your life with the same casual attitude towards your work. Qin Yufei's phone rang again. This time it was a text message. She looked down and saw that it was still Gu Yingjie. She tapped the text message open and it read, You're dating Zhao Honghui. He doesn't have a good reputation. Qin Yufei stared at that sentence and read it twice. The same meaning, different people say it is really have different feeling. Qin Yufei blinked her eyes and pursed the corners of her mouth. She looked up and said to Chu Zhengqing, Mr. Chu, since you do not cover up your own infatuation, then I also openly say that Mr. Chu does not need to be concerned about me. I really do not have feelings for Mr. Chu, not resistance or fighting, it's really because does not fit the philosophy at all. Mr. Chu is prejudiced against me. I am always serious and responsible for work or life. It's just that the life I want is not abducted by work, not by other people's ideas. I'm responsible for myself. Chu Zhengqing choked. Not resistance, not fighting. Is she talking about him? He squeezed the cup tightly. This woman is really sharp. You say I am infatuated, you are no less. Qin Yufei smiled. Yes, I was afraid that Mr. Chu could not save face, so I did not say. Today Mr. Chu is in a good mood, so let's say a few more words. In fact, Mr. Chu's heart somewhat looked down on me. Think I am just a rich girl, fortunate, so do not know how to cherish. However, Mr. Chu is very proud of his own humble origins by working hard to win the current position of wealth. Mr. Chu has suffered, so there is some hatred of the rich, but also want to be rich. Mr. Chu always use hard work to measure the character of people, and I happen to be not qualified. My family background, appearance and age make me a good match for marriage, but the arrogance Mr. Chu feels that this will make people look down on him, and others will think that Mr. Chu is developed by nepotism. Qin Yufei's cell phone text message rang again. She quickly looked down. Not Gu Yingjie, just a spam message. Her heart inexplicably have some disappointment, pressed delete while continuing. In fact, Mr. Chu do not need to bother. I really don't have a crush on Mr. Chu. Mr. Chu does not have to pity my slackness, I just feel more comfortable living this way. Mr. Chu probably wants to say that it's because I was born in a rich family and do not lack money. Actually, my father is not short of money, the current Mr. Chu is not short of money, but the pursuit of career achievement is your interest. Climb higher and go farther to earn more money in order to have happiness. This is a preference, not related to money. Chu Zhengqing wanted to retort, but didn't know what to say. It's really comfortable to get the word out. So Mr. Chu, you have a potential partner. I also have my own life goals. My father saw through my virtue, so give me a small position, such a position with my education and qualifications I could get it outside too. I work quite happy. Life is also good. This is a good life. Mr. Chu is a hard worker, the performance is good, Mr. Chu is happy and satisfied, this is also a good life. You should know that not all poor and hard-working people can have what you have today, rely on themselves and also rely on opportunities. Mr. Chu, really do not have to set yourself in the role of sorrow and pride, relax a little. Moreover, thanks for your concern, I know what I'm doing, I really didn't go on a date to prove something to Mr. Chu, I can't afford to wear this big hat. Bye. Qin Yufei finished, and did not care what Chu Zhengqing's reaction would be, carrying her bag and walking away from Chu Zhengqing. The phone in her hand did not ring again, she squeezed it tightly, her heart inexplicably cranky. Bad reputation? Then why don't you go ahead and say it? You won't continue if I don't answer my phone or text back. Well, you're right not to continue. That's right. Anyway, you know I'm dating a man, it has nothing to do with you, so that's good. But Qin Yufei wasn't happy. She looked at her phone from time to time, but whether it was a phone call or a text message, Gu Yingjie's name never appeared again. And after that conversation, Chu Zhengqing did not talk to Qin Yufei alone again, and his attitude toward her at work was no longer so harsh. Soon, at the end of November, Zhu Wenzheng's baby grandson turned 1 year old. Zhu Wenzheng hosted a banquet and invited many guests. Personal friends and business partners were all invited to this happy occasion. Qin Yufei helped to plan and organize the event. According to Zhu Wenzheng's intention, the venue should be large, to let the young people play, and a good space for the elderly to talk about things. Zhu Wenzheng's son laughed and said his dad really does everything without forgetting the business. Qin Yufei can fully understand, because her father is also like this. The banquet was held on a whole floor of the Huade Hotel, with 2 separate areas, the Chinese banquet followed by the ball, and the ball side was also divided into a section for the children's playground and the elderly negotiation area. Zhu Wenzheng's daughter-in-law laughed out loud at Qin Yufei's allocation of this area. Is it to throw the little devil to the elderly? Yeah, that's all they're good for. Qin Yufei is very confident. The day of the banquet, everyone praised the activity area, those children are the heart of the elderly, to talk about business, who will be in this kind of activity to talk about business, all are taking the opportunity to get closer and cultivate friendship, so take the children to play, talk about the grandchildren is really a good choice. Zhu Wenzheng is more than satisfied with this banquet activity, pulling Qin Yufei around to praise, more like her father than Qin Wenyi. It's make Qin Weny's couple laughed. In fact, Zhu Wenzheng is also helping Qin Wenyi to sell his daughter. He took Qin Yufei to socialize with business partners who have unmarried children and grandchildren of the right age. All of them are in their eyes to climb up the in-laws of the good family. Qin Yufei was dragged around a circle of toasts and finally managed to hide in a corner to catch her breath. She took a glance at the venue and did not see Gu Yingjie. Just now Zhu Wenzheng pulled her to toast to Mr. and Mrs. Gu Wenguang. Gu Wenguang also called Gu Yingjie over. Her father Qin Wenyi also went over to join the fun, both sides joking about their children, while saying my daughter is good but too playful, while saying my son is very good but bit spoiled, really grew up without suffering, unlike us back then. In short, each criticized their children, and back to the current situation, young people need more contact, make friends. Qin Yufei smiled and agreed, but did not look at Gu Yingjie's expression. After socializing for a long time, in the end, she couldn't remember which family she talked to, but only remembered the Gu family. Now hiding in a corner, Qin Yufei felt relaxed. She looked around the venue twice, at first just unconsciously looking around, after which she realized she was actually looking for Gu Yingjie. Her heart skipped a beat and she sighed. At this time, someone beside him suddenly said, "You, worked hard." Qin Yufei took a look, it was Chu Zhengqing. Qin Yufei tugged at the corners of her mouth. Of course she wouldn't think he was saying that she had worked hard to plan this banquet. This kind of socializing is also really tiring. Chu Zhengqing, holding a glass of wine in his hand, said seemingly carelessly, "Mr. Chu can just say directly that I have been around the venue, meet all the parents and elders of the unmarried rich and handsome guy." Chu Zhengqing was amused by her, nodded. "Well, that's what I meant. So the people who are tired are Mr. Chu, talking too inconveniently." Chu Zhengqing converged on a smile and replaced it with a serious expression. "Okay, but don't you already have a boyfriend?" This time he asked straightforwardly. Qin Yufei laughed. You have improved. So that boyfriend is not important. Mr. Chu should be very experienced. Before there is a contract, no one will give up any opportunity to grab a customer, right? There are several marriageable men and women in the room, a few without partners. As long as the partners are not known, and the family has not given the nod, there are still many variables. For the elderly, children's marriage is also a business. Chu Zhengqing sipped his wine and nodded his head. After a moment's thought, he decided not to beat around the bush and said, I wanted to come and say sorry to you. I did have prejudice against you in the past. Qin Yufei looked at him and raised an eyebrow. Chu Zhengqing smiled. Initially, I thought you were the same as the other rich girls I know, but when we talked last time, I felt that you were not the same as them. Actually, it's the same, it's just that you obviously know rich girls too few. Qin Yufei said. Chu Zhengqing smiled again. Not too many indeed. Many thanks. Qin Yufei smiled and gave a salute. At least it's an honor for Mr. Chu to get to know me again. Chu Zhengqing laughed out loud. It was the first time Qin Yufei had seen him laughing. After he finished laughing, he said, But I'm still not satisfied with your work attitude. I hope you can work harder and be more positive. The starting time is at 9 o'clock, and besides, I said the proposal was due by 12 noon yesterday, but you only sent an email at 5 p.m. Your schedule was clearly a full day of meetings yesterday, so it makes no difference to you if I turn it in before 12 noon or at 5 p.m., because you're only free to read it at night anyway. Moreover, it was completed by our department the day before yesterday, and yesterday was just a reasonable use of time to discuss and amend it again. Mr. Chu should be glad that we take our work seriously instead of doing the superficial work and handing in our assignments on time. Chu Zhengqing raised his eyebrows. That's right, I only read it at night. That case still needs to be corrected. Qin Yufei also raised her eyebrows. Okay. Didn't ask for details, agreed in one breath, with a very good attitude. Then she saw Gu Yingjie, who also appeared from nowhere, was looking towards her, saw her see him and even came towards her. Qin Yufei's heart beat faster and hurriedly said, Excuse me. After these words said, she turned around and left, leaving behind a green-faced Chu Zhengqing. Just thinking about her really good attitude, the next second she gave him an attitude. Chu Zhengqing took another sip of wine, frowned, looked at this room of happy and playful people, thinking, forget it, this is really not a good time to discuss work. Qin Yufei ran to the bathroom for a while, looked outside and no one blocked her. Not sure if she was relieved or her mood became heavy, she spent 2 seconds to organize her emotions, and then returned to the venue. Checked the status of all the tasks at the banquet, all were fine, and then heard Zhu Wenzheng's daughter-in-law call her. She comes to see that several mothers are laughing and chatting, and they are very interested in the set of baby products that Qin Yufei gave them, and they have heard Zhu Wenzheng's daughter-in-law say that she has talked to Qin Yufei about baby care, and now they happen to see Qin Yufei, so they call her over. Qin Yufei knew several of the people present, one of whom was Gu Yingjie's sister, Gu Yingjie. Gu Yingjie is 7 years older than Gu Yingjie, and this year the child just turned 6 years old. A few mothers chatted happily, and someone said they were surprised that Qin Yufei actually knew about this. Qin Yufei laughed and said it was research for gift-giving. That is also a talent. The young mother laughed. I see that in the future Yufei must be a super good mother. Hearing this, Qin Yufei's lower abdomen began to ache. She knew it was psychological. There was a time when she had a chance to be a mother, only that man said to her, I really can't have it now, I don't have anything yet, we are still studying. If your father knew you had a baby in America, wouldn't he break my legs? Now is not a good time. You listen, think for ourselves, having a child will disrupt our lives. We're still young, we'll have them later, and we'll have a few more when we do. It's only been 2 months this time, the medication will take care of it. She obeyed, she took the medicine. Qin Yufei quietly took a breath and tried to suppress the feeling of abdominal pain. Taking the medicine hurt, more than she thought it would, and she was in so much pain she couldn't even roll around on the bed. And it was that man that she had caught in bed with her best friend. It was a long time ago, but the pain was imprinted in her heart, ache into the marrow, impossible to forget, and that pain sometimes jumped out to remind her. Qin Yufei's face didn't change as she laughed along with the crowd. Don't say that in front of my dad, or he'll find a way to hurry up and marry me off. She made a fearful expression. I still want to play for a few more years. RC, is that your daughter? A person pointed behind Qin Yufei and said. Gu Yingqi took a look, a happy and warm smile bloom on her face. Qin Yufei turned her head to look. It was actually Gu Yingqi again. There were 3 children surrounding him, 2 5-6-year-old girls and a 7-8-year-old boy. Gu Yingqi was carefully fixing the bow on the girl's princess dress. The ribbon was ripped off because of the decoration next to it. She must have been naughty again. Gu Yingqi complained in a rather happy tone. One of the girls was her daughter, one was her best friend's child, and the boy was her brother's child. Gu Yingqi said to the girls, okay, one for each, is it pretty? The 2 girls nodded. The boy wanted to express his opinion, but Gu Yingqi looked at him and he changed the words that came to his mouth and said, if uncle says it's beautiful, it's beautiful. Gu Yingqi nodded with satisfaction. So no more crying, children should unite and love each other, and the brother should take good care of the sister. The 3 children nodded their heads together. The mommy group is laughing at this sight. Gu Yingqi said with pride, my brother is super fond of children, my brothers and the 2 at my home, all spoiled by him. I don't know how he will be spoiling his own children when he gets married. A young mother said, RG does not have a girlfriend now, my cousin just returned from abroad, she is very good. RC, you help my cousin to introduce. Sure. Did she come? Yes. I'll call her. The 2 matchmakers said they would do it and they really do it. One went to call her cousin, and the other waved Gu Yingqi over. Qin Yufei felt her stomach hurt even more. She excused herself to go to the bathroom. Gu Yingqi stepped forward and came over. She ran away. Qin Yufei found a corner for a while. The discomfort in the lower abdomen subsided a lot, but she felt very uncomfortable. She needed ketchup. She went to the dining table to look. Remembering that today is a Chinese banquet with the ball side only served fruit, wine and pastry, and did not need to use ketchup, then naturally, no ketchup. There were many children drinking drinks and eating snacks at the dining table, and the sound of laughter rang in Qin Yufei's ears. She stared at the beautifully plated dining table and suddenly got a little sad. If you are hesitating what to drink, I suggest you drink juice. A male voice rang in her ears, and she froze for a moment before turning around abruptly. Gu Yingqi, you just drank a lot of wine, now if you want to drink again, it's better to drink juice. He said. Qin Yufei froze and looked at him. Didn't he go to see someone's cousin? It's over so soon? No more running? You can say a friend is looking for you. You can say you need to go to the bathroom. Gu Yingqi saw her froze and helped her with no good intentions. Gu Yingqi, I want to eat ketchup. Qin Yufei's words were so smooth that she didn't even pause for punctuation. This time Gu Yingqi froze, and then became annoyed. Qin Yufei, can you be a little more creative? You don't return text messages, don't answer phone calls, run away when you see me, now for the sake of ketchup. No, ketchup is good, but now the hotel customer service manager said several dishes of French fries, calamari, that can be eaten with ketchup are inappropriate. Look at the time, the party are almost over. Gu Yingqi sneered, the young lady still have things that are too embarrassing to order. There are a lot of people, I'm ashamed. Gu Yingqi was really rendered speechless by her, and then he reacted. There are many people, so you plan to order me secretly? Qin Yufei think about it, and it turns out that she was thinking like that, she also just found out. Well, isn't your family own this hotel? So she subconsciously asked him for help can also be considered resourceful. Gu Yingqi's face blackened. This realistic woman, if there is no request for him, she will definitely turn her head and leave. Forget it. Qin Yufei felt she still had to have some backbone, just wanted to eat, and not a drug addiction. She wanted to leave. Wait. Gu Yingqi hurriedly stopped her. Are you in love with Zhao Honghui? Yes. Qin Yufei nodded. Actually it was just dating, in her perception it was not yet a relationship. Gu Yingqi said, I will go to the kitchen to get your fries and ketchup, then find a place for you to eat secretly, no one will know. But I have a condition, you can't take the food and run, you have to listen to me about Zhao Honghui. The exchange condition that you have to listen to people bad-mouthing your boyfriend to be if you want to eat ketchup is too rude, so Qin Yufei nodded without hesitation, deal. A little more ketchup, you know. And fried fish fillets and fried chicken pieces are okay too. Gu Yingjie is so angry that he has no words to say, dropping a sentence, "Wait for my call." Then he left. Qin Yufei's stomach does not hurt anymore, the mood is also good. The saliva secretion in the mouth is strong. Oops, so greedy, so eager to eat. She took this time to say hello and make arrangements for the closing of the banquet. 10 minutes later, she received a call from Gu Yingjie, asking her to meet him at the fire escape. Qin Yufei sneaked out of the banquet hall and ran to the fire escape at the back. Gu Yingjie was carrying a large lunchbox in his hand and Qin Yufei was smiling wide. Gu Yingjie looked at her with all kinds of dislike in his eyes, but didn't say anything, and took her running up one floor and sat on the terrace to let her eat her ketchup. "All right. I'm keeping the appointment. You start talking about Zhao Honghui's shortcomings and negative reputation. I will never refute, never interrupt," Qin Yufei said while licking the ketchup on her fingers. Gu Yingjie looked at her movements. He was distracted for a while for no reason, and then he felt angry again. How could this attitude make him go on? "Are you embarrassed to carry out criticism? Then let me lead the conversation." Qin Yufei was very understanding and enjoyed rolling a fried chicken ball in ketchup before dropping it into her mouth, then said, Here's the thing, I agreed to go out with Zhao Honghui because he's handsome." She paused and emphasized, "He's really handsome, isn't he?" "Listen to your nonsense." Gu Yingjie is annoyed. "Do you rarely see handsome men?" "Not many, just one in front of me." Qin Yufei looked at the meal box, afraid that the sauce is not enough, and would like the handsome man to get some more. "Is it too much?" "Too much." Gu Yingjie frowned at her meal box. He clearly poured a lot of ketchup. "You better eat less. This kind of seasoning sauce is very heavy, and there's no benefit to eat a lot." Qin Yufei nodded. "Each bite has to be dipped a little less, or it won't enough. In fact, I have met many handsome men and willing to go out with handsome men is not a problem. It's the same as having seen a lot of money but still being willing to earn it." Young Mater Gu, what is the logic of your conversation? Handsome Gu choked. In fact, he just wanted to remind her not to impulsively and blindly find a boyfriend to skim off the relationship with him. There really is no need. "I know Zhao Honghui, but I'm not familiar with him. I heard a friend mention him the other day and said he was bragging to others about chasing you down, so I had a few conversations with my friend." Gu Yingjie explained why he knew about her and Zhao Honghui. "Using your girlfriend as capital to show off and bragging is quite annoying, isn't it?" Qin Yufei shook her head. "If a girlfriend can make her boyfriend show off everywhere, it means that girlfriend is good and valuable, better than being hidden, isn't it?" She asked rhetorically. "I heard that he is quite bad-tempered, loves to brag, frivolous, and domineering." It's really not Gu Yingjie's style to talk about people's shortcomings behind their backs, so he weighed his words a bit. Qin Yufei nodded. "Isn't it good to be domineering? People also write in the novels, domineering president in love with me, this is the main male lead model." "Is that so?" Gu Yingjie was even more upset. "So in the novel the domineering president fell in love with a domineering girl like you?" "That's not true. Usually it will be a gentle sweet little white rabbit." Gu Yingjie frowned at her. Qin Yufei also frowned. In the end, it was Gu Yingjie who gave in first. "Okay, actually I really don't know him well. I just heard that he has a bad reputation, so I want to remind you to be more careful." "Don't worry." Qin Yufei smiled and licked her fingers. "In terms of bad reputation, he is probably no match for me. I won't be at a disadvantage." Gu Yingjie sighed. "In fact, I want to say, Qin Yufei, if you and he really love each other then I have nothing to say. If you just think to find a boyfriend to clear our relationship and to prove that we are not acquainted, you really don't have to. We are all adults. I understand what you mean. I also hope you can trust me, the things I promised you will be done." Qin Yufei didn't say anything, just looked at him and then ate bite after bite of the snack dipped in the sauce. Gu Yingjie stared at her before sighing. "Qin Yufei, you need friends." Qin Yufei answered this time, "I have many friends." Gu Yingjie ignored her arguments and added, "I contacted you and called you because I cared about you as a friend. I am angry with you because you are capricious and selfish, just like that time when Mishi didn't do anything and in order to prove that you no longer have an affair with me, you suddenly told her that you would cut ties with her, which made her very sad. You feel sorry for her. I feel sorry for you too." Gu Yingjie quickly blocked her back. Qin Yufei, making friends really doesn't have to be complicated. Qin Yufei regrettably looked at the lunchbox. Ketchup are eaten out, but fried chicken pieces and fries still have a lot left. I know. She was in a bad mood. You already scolded me last time. How dare I scold you? The scolding has been done and you still say you don't dare. She rattled off and put the lunchbox down. Is there a paper towel? She forgot to bring it. Gu Yingjie fished out a packet of tissues from his pocket and handed it over. Qin Yufei drew out one and returned the rest. She wiped her mouth and hands slowly and methodically, and when she saw that Gu Yingjie was silent and only staring at her, she asked, "Is the lecture over?" Gu Yingjie was upset. The main point has not yet been said. Then hurry up and say it. I'm going to leave. Quote, ellipsis, ellipsis, quote. This is really, Gu Yingjie want to pinch her. How is it so hard to have a serious conversation with her? The point is that your fear that I will pester you is not likely to happen, I promise, so you don't have to worry. If I call you it must be for business, and you can answer. And of course, I'm here to assure you that I'll avoid calling you again as much as possible. If you really need help with something, I hope you will not avoid me on purpose. Good. Qin Yufei agreed with a good attitude. She jumped up, took the rest of her food and crossed over to Gu Yingjie towards the stairs. Walking to the stairway, she turned around and saw Gu Yingjie's puffy face. She smiled. He looked pretty good when he was angry. Gu Yingjie, thank you, goodbye. Neither owed him a thank you or a goodbye. This night, Qin Yufei came home and took big bowl of ketchup and ate all the fried chicken and fries that Gu Yingjie got for her. She sat in front of the window while looking at the stars. She thought of the stars she saw when she sitting on the terrace just now were also so bright. She thought of Gu Yingjie said he understood her. She laughed bitterly. That fool. In fact, he did not understand her. He thought she was afraid he would pester her. What a big mistake. That fool. Too much gentlemanliness is really not good. This night Qin Yufei ate too much fried food and ketchup and woke up with a stomachache in the middle of the night. The next day she called in sick, making Qu Zhengqing choke to death. Only last night he criticized her, saying he was not satisfied with her attitude, and today she is not working. Next was the weekend, then in the blink of an eye it was Monday. On Monday, Qin Yufei continued to call in sick. Qu Zhengqing was so angry that he went to her office and questioned her secretary, "What is Qin Yufei's excuse again today? A stomachache that hasn't healed in 3 days? Unless it was so bad that she was hospitalized." The secretary reddened her face. "Is it okay to tell male boss about big miss, physical pain?" The secretary's hesitant look made Qu Zhengqing even more angry. "Forget it, I'll ask myself." He took out his cell phone and called Qin Yufei in front of the secretary. "Qin Yufei, what is your reason for taking off today? It better be justified." Qin Yufei quickly replied, "My period has arrived and my stomach hurts." This reason she thought was very justified. Qu Zhengqing's blackened and said through clenched teeth, "Your voice sounded full of energy. Do I have to faint from the pain to prove that I really hurt?" Qin Yufei continued to reply with a full breath, "She is currently holding a warm water bag wrapped in the quilt, so painful until cranky. I've instructed Robert to do all the work that needs to be done. He understands everything and will follow up. I have to recuperate. Goodbye, Mr. Chu." The phone was hung up. Qu Zhengqing was so angry that his face was black. What a petulant and irresponsible young lady. Qin Yufei's secretary quickly lowered her head when his gaze swept over, pretending to be invisible. Qu Zhengqing dropped a sentence. "Tell Robert to come to me and report on the progress of your work." The secretary nodded repeatedly and did not dare to say that Robert is right behind you, our Lord Leader. Lord Leader left. The secretary and Robert looked at each other. They were careful. Qin Yufei lay in bed in a bad mood. She really, really hates stomach pains. She took her phone and typed a text message. "Gu Yingjie, I have a stomachache. Didn't he say I could look for him if I needed help with anything? Does needing help with your period count?" Qin Yufei stared at the text message. After thinking for some time, the mood calmed down a bit. Forget it. It doesn't make any sense to anger him so deliberately. Moreover, it is not face to face. She can't see it. If you can't see it, the fun is really much less. She should not ask for trouble. Impulsive is a bad thing. She tossed her phone aside, and the unsent text message lay quietly in the deposit box. There's another one in there, written Friday morning. Gu Yingjie, you took too much to eat, my stomach hurts. That text message was also not sent, abandoned in the deposit box. After resting at home for 2 days, Qin Yufei felt better on Wednesday. She arrived at the office after 10 a.m., exquisitely dressed with makeup, and Chu Zhengqing put a serious face when he saw her. Manager Qin is feeling better. Yes. Looking refreshed. Wanted to say refreshed beyond words, did not look a bit sick. Thank you. It's proper to come to work with good appearance. Qin Yufei did not pick up on him at all. I can't imagine that Manager Qin is quite professional. Really can't help but to be sarcastic to her a bit. It seems that Mr. Chu still has a deep understanding of me, it's my honor. Qin Yufei felt that such a conversation was really too meaningless. Every time it was these lines, didn't he feel bored? I'm going to work, goodbye Mr. Chu. After returning to the office, she called several people from the department over for a small meeting to confirm the progress and finalize everyone's work. Then she dealt with all the work emails that were accumulated in the mailbox, replied to all the content, then finished reading the documents that the secretary put on the desk, and finished signing all the ones that should be signed and approved. After checking the work log, she calling the clients she needed to contact one by one, set 2 appointments, and then asked her secretary to purchase gifts for the 2 clients. All done. In a wink of an eye, it was almost time to leave work. Qin Yufei looked at the watch and breathed a sigh of relief, only then opened the web page to see the gossip, opened the messenger app to see if there are friends looking for her. And then drink a mouthful of the flower tea that the secretary made for her, very comfortable. Today's efficiency is very good. So it's not that she's not busy, she just doesn't pretend to be. A friend posted a joke on the messenger and Qin Yufei laughed out loud at the computer. When she raised her gaze, she saw Chu Zhengqing pass by her office door, slowing down to look at her twice as he passed, and frowned. Qin Yufei didn't care, she knew what he was thinking, but she was like this, she really doesn't like to pretend to be busy. When the phone rang, Qin Yufei saw Gu Yingjie's name on the gossip news. Her gaze turned from the computer screen to the phone, which was ringing with Zhao Honghui's name on the screen. She answered it. Zhao Honghui said he was meeting a friend for drinks tonight and wanted her to come along. Qin Yufei was not in the mood, the day before she received his call and told him she was not feeling well and did not want to go on a date for a few days, but she did not expect him to ask her to go out for drinks with his friends. I don't feel well, I don't want to go out. She refused outright. Weren't you uncomfortable the day before yesterday? I'm still not feeling well today. There was a silence on the other end of the phone, and Zhao Honghui's voice sounded unhappy. I made a date with my friends and said you would be there. Then tell your friends sorry, and just invite him to dinner another day. It's on me. She said that, and Zhao Honghui was even more upset, holding back from saying anything about her, only saying, okay, then you rest. Then he hung up the phone. Qin Yufei put the phone aside, not bothered. What's the big deal if he's not happy? She's also not happy. Did he think that by sending flowers and dinner, he had gotten the girl? Even if you want to take her to show off in front of friends, please ask her opinion in advance. What does he think she is? The way of the domineering president, she really does not believe in it. Qin Yufei turned her attention back to the web page, which is actually a gossip about newly popular small actress named Tian. It said that she has great luck, and her romantic relationship is also prosperous. Recently, she has been getting close to Gu Yingjie, the 3rd youngest son of the Huade group, and is rumored to be dating frequently and getting hot. The reporter called her agent for confirmation. The other side only said that they do not interfere with the love life of their artists, they just accepted the endorsement of Huade, so please do not make a rumor. But the report also quoted the words of a fortune teller. The fortune teller is known in the circle of divine judgment. He had said that the young actress Tian would be popular this year, and it came true. He also said that she would meet her destiny at the end of the year or early next year, and now it's December, the end of the year, and don't know if the 3rd son of the Gu family is the destined one. The gossip report also has a photo of the young actress Tian and Gu Yingjie standing by a table. Looking at the surroundings should be some kind of event, where the actress is standing sideways and Gu Yingjie is holding her waist. The two are looking at each other and smiling. The caption reads, as if no one is there, the love is deep, the relationship is suspected to be exposed. Qin Yufei pouted when she looked at it. This guy, he would accuse others of showing off with his girlfriend, but he is also the same. He has a girlfriend then. Qin Yufei knocked on the table. Really good. She can't say what she feels in her heart. Anyway, it's really good, congratulations to him. At the same time, Gu Yingjie walked out of the conference room with his elder brother. The oldest Gu family, Gu Yinghui, is 10 years older than Gu Yingjie. As a child, his father Gu Wenguang busy with his career. He as the older brother spent a lot of time accompanying and teaching his younger brother. The brothers have deep feelings. What's up with that little star? Gu Yinghui asked. Nothing. The other day accompany her to the event, she was about to fall down and I helped her. Artists, they like to hype a little. Probably recently there are no good topics can be used, so use me a little, right? The report Gu Yingjie also saw at noon. He was not aware of it beforehand, but the article is written. He has nothing to lose, so do not take it to heart. You be careful. Dad has to talk about you again. Gu Wenguang is now really concerned about his youngest son. The older son and daughter have a family and children. Career is not much of a problem. Huaday's business is handed over to his children to look after. Things he needs to worry about is really less. So come to think of it, now the youngest son is left unqualified. He is not demanding of his youngest son. Anyway, the age is still young, let him play for 2 more years is fine. However, seeing that his girlfriend has changed one after another, none of them can be brought home, and he said he is innocent, Gu Wenguang is quite angry. It's okay. This one really isn't my girlfriend. Gu Yingjie was innocent again. What about that cousin of the Zheng family? RC said she introduced you guys last week. Gu Yingjie smiled. Sister herself blindly introduced, that one is not fit. How is it not fit? Not pretty enough? Gu Yinghui was heard his sister said the other party looks average, maybe RG wouldn't fancy her. No. Gu Yingjie laughed again. No need to guess. Anyway, it is not fit. The cousin is too haughty in her words, thinking that she is well educated and knowledgeable and remarkable, not familiar with him but in front of him judging others, as if others are not good only she is good. He really doesn't like this kind of self-righteousness of girls. Qin Yufei is arrogant, also often make people angry, but the frankness make people comfortable. Gu Yingjie feels that there is nothing much with that cousin, and does not want to criticize her in front of others, which is not good. Laughing about this matter and left, he returned to the office. The phone is on the desktop, he forgot to take it during the meeting. Now swipe it open, there is a missed call, is Zhu Yanchang. He sat down and dialed to Zhu Yanchang. In the time waiting for the answer, he thought of Qin Yufei, maybe she also saw the scandal, hoped she saw it, then she should be relieved. The call was answered. Jason, you looking for me? This night a few buddies are meeting for drinks at Arshi's place, do you want to come? Sure, he had nothing to do anyway, and life without a romance was really boring, so Gu Yingjie agreed. Ashi's full name is Yingjie, he has a sister named Yinting. Yinxie's family's ancestral business is a printing factory, but Yingjie is not interested in taking over his father's factory, and has gone into business for himself. His bar atmosphere is very good, the decoration is good, the bar girls is decent, the wine is also great, so business has been very good. It was a place where many of Gu Yingjie's buddies liked to go for fun and entertainment. Gu Yingjie and Yinxie are not considered to have a friendship, just know each other. And he actually knew Yinting, Yinxie's sister, from a long time and met her twice, but not even a nodding friends. He was really impressed with Yinting, thanks to Qin Yufei. That was Qin Yufei's birthday party, he remembered very clearly, July 28th, he was accompanying Mixi to go. At that time he was still in love with Mixi, he invited Mixi to dance, Mixi didn't want to dance, then Qin Yufei that woman jumped out, very dominantly pushed Yinting over, said Yinting wanted to dance, let him invite Yinting. That was his first contact with Qin Yufei. Before that, they just knew each other. Her family Yongkai had a lot of business with his family Huade, so he knew Qin Yufei, but never made contact with her. This time it was to appreciate her sassy rudeness. He was upset, but in front of Mixi and so many other guests, he put up with it and he invited Yinting to dance. Yinting is shy and she tells him that her brother is Yinxie and she's met him a few times at the bar. Gu Yingjie remembered, and he politely accompanied Yinting for a few minutes of conversation. But with Qin Yufei, he couldn't really be polite. The next time they met was to watch a movie. It was Yinting who asked him out, and he couldn't refuse straight away, so he said he had asked Mishi to watch it. The result was Qin Yufei, who actually called Mishi to ask if she was in love with him, saying that if Mishi was in love with him, then she would tell Yinting to stop hoping on him. Mishi, the honest little girl, of course, said the truth that she was not in love, so the proud Princess Qin Yufei announced to give him Gu Yingjie another chance, and finally turned out to be the four of them watching a movie together. Finally the movie was not seen, because he couldn't help but pick a fight with Qin Yufei again. If she is a princess, then he is still a prince, how can he be at her mercy? Although there is some impoliteness to Yinting, let Mishi watch the fight scene is not what he wants, but he just cannot help it. He did not perform well, and the fight with Qin Yufei not only scared away Yinting, but also make Mishi very worried. That day, it was Qin Yufei who made a fool of herself. Her period arrived suddenly, and she was caught off guard, and she was in so much pain that she turned pale, but she didn't forget to ask him to help take Mishi home. She wanted to drive herself back. Of course he wouldn't leave her behind, although he really didn't have a good impression of her, but it's not a gentleman to leave a sick lady behind. He sent her and Mishi home separately. After all that, he had a new appreciation for Qin Yufei. She was very loyal to her friends, and although she was arrogant and domineering, she stood up for Yinting and took good care of Mishi. This kind of boldness and thoughtfulness is really rare in a rich young lady. Later she wanted to go to the United States, wanting to reminiscence the past, and Mishi wanted to go to United States to look for Chen Ying, so she took Mishi with her. He followed then. As a result, the two of them ended up being abandoned by Mishi and Chen Ying in the United States. In the United States, Gu Yingjie pulled his thoughts back, seeing Yinshi would actually make him think of Qin Yufei, which was so evil. Okay, not only Yinshi, there are several people present who make him think of Qin Yufei. For example, Lun, the young man who was rejected by Qin Yufei, and Zhao Honghui, the young man who went around bragging about Qin Yufei and thought he owned countless fortunes on the left and right of Ming Rui and Yong Kai. It's a shame that these two didn't fight. Gu Yingjie thought very maliciously, if they do not fight, he felt that this night would be really boring. If he had known, he would not have come.